What's up? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Kompound Talk. I'm your boy Cooley.
And it's your boy Major Plays Only. And we got another special guest here today. Another special, world-renowned DJ, at least in my book, DJ Yayo 305.
One on the DJ Yayo in that bit, you feel? What's happening?
One of my bros, you know what I'm saying, around the city doing this thing. Got a nice campaign going on right now, man. Y'all just need to tap in with my boy. He at all the spots. If you like one of them people who be in the crevices like I do at times, you know what I'm saying? I try to keep that shit separated. But at times I be in the crevices chilling with the people who y'all wouldn't want me to be hanging with, sometimes bad influences. But my boy be DJing at all them spots,
Yeah,
bro.
he be at all the spots.
DJ Yayo 305. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
actually a great DJ too. I'm not just saying that because he's here, you know.
I'm talking about my boy gonna stay through the shootouts and all, boy. It don't matter. My boy
gonna
keep
keep that shit spinning.
He gonna keep that stage lit, boy.
You know, I do my thing, you know, especially when it comes to the hood, the script club, you know what I'm saying? Most of the spots that niggas scared to go to, or even if, you know, if they own that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do some of everything too. I could do Latino, whatever, man, reggaeton.
He versatile.
And concerts.
You know what I'm saying? But
concerts too.
Concerts
all that.
and everything. I did it all. Like, and a lot of people see me when I come to the door and probably just figure, oh, he'll just do this, but I can do it all,
You do
man.
it all.
From top 100 to from all that, you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is I come with the dancers and all, you know, dancers for house party, video shoots, bachelor parties, man. And you talking about quarantine, ain't shit closed for me. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah, man. How quarantine been treating you, bro?
man, that shit, you know, at first, when it first happened, you know, a nigga respected it, you know, and stayed in the house like at least the first month. You know, I ain't really shake life too much. Just to, you know, really check to see how serious this shit really was in the street.
Yeah.
But, you know, a nigga had paper saved up. But even if you got paper saved up, you ain't putting none back. It's like,
If you pinching every day, that shit add up, boy.
Add up.
and then the people still want their money too, you know what I'm saying? So after a while, you know, I sat back and just, you know, after a while I just sat back and just put the booking info out there for niggas to book the dancer. But me knowing I could do this shit myself. I just started putting the party together myself, getting the females and running this shit up, and it ain't been no sleep since. 24 and more, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
7 days a week, you know what I'm saying?
Going on.
You want it, we got it. We gonna bring it to you.
Man.
So you know that what we be about, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I just got an idea why you saying that, man. Boy, it wouldn't be bad if you get your own strip club, huh?
Hey, listen, man. It would. This is a conversation.
One thing
Come on down to the snooty fox.
I'm trying to tell you.
My boy get the whole spot jumping for
Man,
real.
listen, that's the goal in a couple years, man.
No rap cap.
Man, no rap cap, man. That's the goal in a couple years. You know, a couple of investments, and down the line, that's what a nigga think about running a club, because a nigga that's been putting in work by a good 8-9 years now in the DJ shit. You know what I'm saying? All through Florida. I done DJ down at every club in Florida.
Yeah.
Ain't
So
no club in Florida I ain't touched.
Let's get into it a little bit for people that don't really know you. Like, how long have you been DJing? Just a rough estimate.
From Miami, Florida, I've been DJing for probably about like 8-9 years. But when I originally came to Tampa, I wasn't a DJ. You know what I'm saying? I came down here on some, you know, to get from down there. I was wilding a little piece, wilding a lot actually. And I had a homeboy going to USF. And around the time he would hit me like, bro, you gotta come up here, some shit called drops. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is a drop? Man, what the fuck is a... Man, that nigga sent me a little video. I don't know what hood it was. I think it was Rose or something. He sent me a little video and all type of candy-coated cars. And I'm like, what was going on up there? So I say, man, this must be a lot of work in the street. Man, nigga say, ain't no work up here. Ain't no dough nowhere. I said, man, I'm finna come up there. Stalled him out, though I ain't come up there. Next you know, he sent me some money out the blue. He like, bro, we got it. He just sent me like 1,000. Said, man, pull up. Man, I dropped everything and just came up here. Man, listen, ain't nobody believe me. I told my baby mama, man, I'm finna slash. Like, nigga, you get off of here today.
Boy, Bill was treating it be like Vegas.
Right, so I had to come see what it be about. So when I came through, when I came through, I just see, you know, you could tell it was a lot of money in the streets because it was just, niggas living good, flashing. It was real flashing, man. And shit looked like, you know, them good weeks in Miami when shit niggas hanging out, it looked like that.
Every day.
Man, a nigga took me to, what it was, nigga took me to Simone's, Chocolate City, old Simone. I walked in that bitch, when I seen money everywhere in that fucker. Everywhere in that bitch, man, money everywhere in that bitch. So I'm thinking this where it's at. This nigga say this ain't even nothing. Man, I'm finna take you to Hollywood. T-Back 2, I said, yeah. And we went to Hollywood, that shit was crazy. And that's how I ain't really get in the mix right then and there. I was just
kind of
just
surveillance
floating.
the area.
Was chasing that high ever since.
Nigga was just floating. And how I became a DJ, that was just out of the humble. I'm gonna tell you, see, a lot of people don't know this, right? I became a DJ. One of my influences, and I'm gonna give him his credit. One of the nigga that then influenced me to be a DJ, DJ Turn.
DJ Turn. Shout out my boy DJ Turn. We had my boy on here last week, man.
I gotta get to him, man.
DJ Turn, man. My boy DJ Turn, like Soldier Boy.
It was like a gift and a curse at the same time because Tom, self-made NT, he was going by Money Game at the time, and we used to do the little parties. We used to do the little parties together, and he invited me out. So I go to the party and I see he got Turn DJing. But there's so many guys in the club that he playing Pretty Ricky, and he got a chair. He could put a chair in the middle of the floor, about 3-4 females and nothing but niggas. So he go to dancing on the girls and shit. And I'm like, that's cool and all that, but we ain't trying to see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I told Tom, man, you know, nigga had a little paper, so I told Tom, let me pay Jit. I'm gonna play a couple songs on shit. I asked him, and he let me play the song. When I played about 2-3 Jeezy songs, and the reaction alone made me want to be a DJ. I seen how niggas just went to, man, damn boy, run that shit back. Niggas like, run that shit back. That vibe alone, the energy alone for me playing a 1-2 song made me want to become a DJ. That night I went home and downloaded the program, and I went on YouTube and sat on YouTube for like the next 3-4 days and just
ever since then.
And then ever since then it was a rap. I just went and started buying little shit. Craigslist was hitting at the time, so I'm on Craigslist buying laptops, buying little mixing boards, little beat machines, just to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I had too much time on my hand anyway. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing nothing but just trapping and hitting hoes, so I wasn't doing nothing. So started doing that, and I'm sitting at the crib one day with Tom. We on Tom on Instagram. And Shawty, Hood Rich, first time in the club. Shawty put we looking for DJs and dancers. Mind you, now I wasn't even a good DJ. I just peeked the play like.
You just jumped on the scene.
Yeah, I wasn't even a good DJ. So I seen so I just went up there. I peeked the play with him, you know. And he was an older dude, he was from New York, so he told me to DJ for him, just his vibe. I peeped his vibe and I played for him, you know what I'm saying, just to let him know I could read crowd, read people, read energy, so I played for him. And he didn't really care about the mixing because I wasn't really too good at the mixing at the time. He just liked my song selection and just said, man, shit, you gonna be my early DJ. I ain't even want no paper, I just wanted to get in the dope because, you know, once people get to know me, I already know what time it was. I'm a people person, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was in the street hustling, how I get the people, I gotta talk to you. I gotta be hands on with you in your face, like chopping it up with you, and I know I can get in. You know what I'm saying? Especially with females.
Energy,
especially with females, I get in the door. So it's just like that was my forte. So that's why I was like, once I get inside the script club, it was a rap, and it been that ever since.
Yeah.
That's real.
So what type of, like, how would you consider your DJing style? Like, what type of style do you have? Like, is it straight?
Man, I got that old Pat Jam style, man. That Pat Jam, that Miami shit. Like I ride the beat. Like a lot of DJs, where I come strong as how I talk on the mic. Of course, my song selection what makes me me, but the way I talk, the way I MC, the way I interact with people, I ride the beat. Like I bring that shit to life. You know what I'm saying? So I bring
everybody can't do that.
Yeah, that's a whole
it's a difference between a DJ and an MC.
Man,
that's a
big difference.
That's why sometimes you have a DJ and then they are paying a whole nother dude to be on the mic. I control. I drive the boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do all that shit. I know how to bring the club to life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just by people, my surroundings, see how people vibing, interacting with each other, and I could go from there. Man.
You study any other DJs like from up north, or do you get any influence from them? You know, like the old school, you know, Jazzy Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
I used to listen to a nigga in Miami, man, named Bona Lover, man, DJ Bona Lover. And he was that nigga, man. He was just, I don't know, he was that nigga. The way he used to talk, that nigga give you all the information that you need to know what's going down in the streets and whatever, because they had the underground radio. And the way he used to talk, you could listen to the whole song and still hear everything was going on, and it was just I thought that was real, you know. I thought that was lit how he had his whole program running.
Yeah.
And as far as like DJs, I wasn't really too up on DJs at the times for me to really know growing up at the time. But I did, you know, I like that how like DJ Drama them used to work, they work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal for a nigga next, like to get that.
Did you listen to bass style?
Not too much.
I ain't listen to bass style DJs like that down there.
Nah, not too much.
And did y'all listen? I know down there,
Jam
y'all.
Pony.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jam Pony.
Oh yeah, Jam Pony. Yeah.
Bass styles. They kind of like hand in hand.
Right.
You know, they from here. You know, they basically based out of here. You know, growing up, them was our DJs that we had here that was kind of culturally influenced by Miami.
Right.
You know, they played that music speed it up, MC, but then they also played that shit slowed down. I know down there y'all like that shit faster. Though, you know
I ain't never had no music slow down till I got up here.
Yeah, see, everybody be talking about Texas.
Tampa is
Tampa
the
had that shit, but
slow down music.
And this what I do
Texas
know.
Got it chopped. Y'all
They
got
chopped it
They
up.
chopped and screwed. We had it slowed. But this what I do know. A nigga from here that I know who been doing music, fucking with bass style back then, him and his brother and shit, back in the day, used to be going from here to Texas. And we was playing slow down music. They was DJs already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they was going to Texas doing business, selling their tapes and shit, and the shit was slowed down. Then all of a sudden they got chopped and screwed in Texas. You know what I'm saying? But that's just because Tampa ain't a big city like Texas, the biggest city, period, state. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a little different. But I don't care what nobody say. That slow down shit come from Tampa. You ask me. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't hear that shit till I got up here because
just like you ain't hear about drops, huh?
Yeah, just like none of that. But see, it was going down already in Miami.
But y'all was swinging different.
They was swinging it different, and then it was more in-house or family based. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, down here.
Yeah, it wasn't like I seen it.
It was just 15, 16 going to school with 28,
Man,
30.
I swear to you, I was at a corner store one day, and I heard some little kid. I swear they wasn't no more than 8 or 9. I'm walking in the store, and it was just right out of school time. I heard the kid say, "My mama get drops. My mama get more drops than your mama." And I'm just like, "The fuck going on?"
What the hell?
And it's just they know what time it is. They know what's going on, man. They you know.
Yeah,
they peak quick, so
that was an era in our city, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, man, that shit was
just is what it is.
It came and went.
Was what it was.
I hope everybody who did participate did what they were supposed to do with their money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing too much about it. I know niggas was getting it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That what made a nigga stay. That right there made a nigga stay, cause being the fact that the drops were going on so fluent out there. Where I specialized at wasn't really going on. I was in the streets a little bit, you know, with the work a little bit, and when I came up here, that was just like easy. Cause it's like ain't too many niggas. Man, everybody got dope.
Niggas forgot how to hustle.
Hood find dope. Yeah, you go in hood and find dope in mine. Up
they forgot how to hustle up here when them shits came. Niggas was in the house.
Give them what's in that.
Niggas was playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Niggas weren't hustling like that back then when that shit was out. This shit was crazy here. You know what I'm saying? But hey. You know, we got past that. Hey, but the clubs back then was crazy too, because we had so many artists came. You know what I'm saying? The DJs is very important, I feel, because if they got these artists coming in our city and we got like a whack ass DJ DJing, and they in there like say the the artists being VIP before they perform, and the DJ and they ain't spinning them hits, man, that shit make us look bad. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yeah, they gotta keep them in there, keep them entertained, keep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep that vibe going.
Keep that vibe. You gotta know how to keep
So,
that. Yeah.
how many songs you think you have in your library? You deep?
And listen, I got every genre in that bitch, so ain't no telling. Like, I don't give a fuck who walk in the club.
You
They
got
gonna
it.
be entertained. You hear me?
So what are some of your favorite party songs then? Like, what would be like?
I ain't really got nothing specifically. You know what I'm saying? My type of music is not really the type of music that I'll probably play in the club. You know what I'm saying? And then, cause normally, my personal preference be different. I'm more of a 90s R&B type.
I'm finna ask you that. What's on Yayo playlist?
Yeah, I'm more 90s
Not DJ playlist, like your personal.
Yeah, your personal.
Yeah, I'm more 90s R&B. I use Soulja Slim, BG, C Murder, like shit like that.
Who R&B you listen to? Your favorite R&B artist from the 90s?
It was R. Kelly. R. Kelly. I like Jodeci. I like Bobby Brown. I like a lot of Bobby Brown. Oh shit.
Hey, you don't remember The Boys?
The Boys.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't remember The Boys. I might be a
They
little
probably
too.
had like one or
I'm
two
a little
on
older.
hit. They probably had like one or two, man, hit.
They had a few, you know what I'm saying? The Boys. You remember The Boys? Yeah, man, they had a song called Dial My Heart and all that shit. I was young.
Dial
You know what I'm
My
saying?
Heart.
I was like 4, 5, still swagging on the music and shit like back then. They had like,
Now, I'm
I think like 3,
very
4
deep on that old shit now. I'm
Yeah, that old
surprised I
shit,
don't
the
know
best
that
shit,
on
though.
now. I'm surprised I don't know them now, the Boys.
Yeah.
Now, I probably hit a song and know about
Yeah,
it.
when you hear it,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had a few on. I like a lot of them old ones. Hey, y'all remember Immature? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it.
Max.
Yeah, IMAX.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie. For a female group, bro, Total was slept on.
Yeah,
They was slept on
Most
hard, bro.
definitely.
Yeah,
A lot of
they
people
most
don't know that Puff Daddy Diddy Bop come from the chick Kim.
Yeah.
What her name?
That
Keisha
Can't You
Kim.
See? That's
Man, she used to be killing that bitch too, man. My boy Diddy took that like he always do.
Take that.
Take that.
You know what I'm saying? My boy took that bitch and called it the Diddy
I
Bop.
like that Escape a lot, though. I really like them.
Yeah,
I was-
Escape.
They had
Big-
a lot of
time for
songs
Big.
I was on. A lot
Yeah,
of songs.
bitch say what they want. Boy, Moesha was doing her thing back then.
Yeah, she was.
Brandy, what's the other
I like Monica. too.
Monica?
Yeah,
It was
Monica.
Brandy and Monica. You know.
Yeah, Monica.
Yeah, they was holding it down for the most part. So like, what's the best way for like an artist to contact you? Like, do you host mixtapes?
Yeah, I do a lot of mixtapes. I do mixtapes with dudes. Like I recently just did a mixtape with Zone. Zone 813. We just did one like a week ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I fuck with that boy
Yeah,
Zone.
we do it. Like I just did another. I did one with Luke Kane. Got another
Okay.
one. We got one on the work. But yeah, it ain't nothing. Usually people holler at me through the Instagram or
What's your
Facebook.
what way you prefer the artist to communicate with you?
Before the club, never in the club.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
ain't nothing. You can always holler at me in the club, but it's just like a lot of people don't understand. Even though it's a party environment, I'm at work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So a lot of people forget that.
Yeah.
But see, early on when I first started DJing, I ain't have good patience. You know what I'm saying? Transitions from the street into DJing. But then I had to understand that me being in the club, I don't never see people at their normal state. I always see them under the influence. So 9 times out of 10, if you come to the club, you probably smoking, you drinking, not even you popping pills or whatever you decide, you drug, you intake. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with you under that every time I see you. You know what I'm saying? Compared to me seeing you doing it then, you a whole nother person, whatever. So I had to understand. So a lot of times I got a lot of more patience dealing with people now. You know what I'm saying? When people come up to me slurred and don't really remember what's going on, whatever. But to the most part, yeah, with the artists, I try to, that's why I put my contact info on my Instagram or whatever, so they can holler at me early on and I have their music prior to getting to the club.
Yeah.
So I can have it already loaded. I ain't trying to download this shit. I ain't trying to work. See if the club got internet and all that shit.
You know,
Nigga
vibe
already
to
got
it
it
a little
installed.
bit. Yeah.
You walk through the door, I got it. He ain't even. Old boy send me an email. And the worst thing an artist could do is music going, hey boy, check this out. That's the worst thing. I ain't listening to it. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't listening to nothing you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I be having to tell dudes like, nah, bro, I got you, but listen. Man, I ain't listening. You doing that for nothing. That's the worst thing you do is so much music going on, especially in the strip club too. I gotta entertain all these people. Gotta entertain the dancers. I gotta keep the crowd rocking. I gotta keep the one, like keep everything in motion. But you know,
you the show in that situation.
Right. I'm used to dealing with high tense situations, so I move good under panic and high value situations. So that's why it come easy. You know what I'm saying? To deal with a lot of people at the same time as I deal with people talking to me and doing multiple things. I'm good multitasking, you feel me? So that's why that shit come easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Boy, you gotta have patience in this business period.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter what position you hold, but in this business, like, patience gonna get you a long way.
Especially with artists, dog. Cause I know, cause a lot of them niggas like they passionate about their shit and they spend their money and be working hard all day, and then by the time they get to the DJ, this they crowd, this like they baby, they buy their shit, and so a lot of times a lot of niggas can't take criticism, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I tell niggas before you even come out at me, make sure it's mixed and mastered, cause when you playing your shit in the club right behind a Future or Kodak or. You know what I'm saying? So it gonna devalue the quality of the song. You just playing some shit that you just made in the basement with your dog, or you know what I'm saying? And you ain't get that full quality and really get the music right to sound good in this tense situation. So you playing it, you just did some shit you just did last night, and you so excited just to go in the club and get it heard. Like, well, I just want to hear it. But just the fact that you want to hear it. Anybody who hear it, they ain't getting the full you. So you taking away from yourself just wanting to hear it in the club. So that's why I tell niggas don't even get your shit played until you ready.
Get your shit together, artists. All artists have your shit together before you step to the DJ.
You gotta have it together, man. And,
go through the process.
And it's different if if a nigga don't know and you just going by and you coming in this shit, you don't really know how to go by. You feel me? Cause I know the engineers that actually get niggas in and get them out because they got so many niggas going on instead of breaking down what really nigga need to do and whatever nigga, So sometimes nigga need to guide it, but by the time you get to the DJ, it should be done, did your homework a little bit to know, have it mixed and mastered, and, the quality wise of that shit.
Yeah. For real.
So what is one of your most memorable sets, parties like you done? Like which one stuck out to you the most?
I can't really say what stuck out to me the most.
Man, you gotta understand, this boy be doing strip parties, so ain't nothing gonna he lit all the time.
But he done
it's normal to him.
He done did some concerts. He might have
the concert be lit, but the concert be lit. But a lot of time it just be see, it's different. Things are lit. It's different categories of lit to me. You could be in a club with just 1,000 people and everybody just hanging and screaming loud. No person to consider that's lit. Yeah, that's confusing to me. That's not really lit to me. Lit to me is
repeat that one more time. I get what you saying, but they gotta hear that one more time.
Some people party. They really party. They vibe off other people. You know what I'm saying? So that's like when people come to the club and say, "Oh, this shit dead, man. We finna leave to go see another spot." Yeah. I'm the type of nigga. That bitch ain't gotta be lit. Me and my people, when we vibe, we'll make this bitch lit. You know what I'm saying? Especially a strip club. I don't need niggas. What? Yeah. Man, where the hoes at? You know, that's all I need. It's a party in itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's different perspective to that shit, to how niggas move. So that's why when you say lit, you got the underground lit. You got.
So you was here during the underground days too?
Nah,
he just saying underground type.
I was here, but I wasn't really DJing at the time like that. Probably early on, but when I mean underground, I mean like the X-rated shit, the shit that's going down and girls hanging out and don't want to get recorded. That's lit. Like that's a whole different type of lit right there. Then you got the lit that just, you know, everybody enjoying themselves, good vibe, you know, good music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I prefer to play, you know, for like, I like to do like family reunions and shit like that. I like to play like that because you get to play all type of music, different genres. You get to see, you know,
it's
people
a different
enjoy themselves
vibe,
with their family and shit like that. And when I do that, that'd be a good vibe for me when I do that. That's one of my favorite. You know, I like to DJ. I do everything like weddings. I can do it all. So it's like I done seen different things like.
But, I know you seen it all.
Listen, done been on the road. Done did Uchi shows, Lucci shows. All Greasy first show here. That shit was stupid.
Which one that was?
That whiskey. You know what I'm saying? He been here a while back.
Oh yeah, I know it's.
But his first show after the baby,
when
my
they
baby
dropped,
and all that, nice and slow. His first when me and Dream Chaser did that. Man, that bit was stupid. You know what I'm saying? And me already knowing him from the crib and whatever too. He felt the good. He showed that. You know what I'm saying? Same thing when the City Girls. You know, saying Rama. You know, I know him. You know, from the crib, so it always feel good to see niggas I knew prior to me being a DJ and coming up and do it. That was my goal when I first got into the DJ shit. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna build that bridge between Miami and Tampa. So I really was on the 81305, you know, thing for a long time. Cause I got like a million niggas from Miami want to come up here, and I know 1,000 niggas up here that want to go down there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like second nature, like to just make that shit happen because I know all the right people in all the right situations. But every time I meet people that be in Tampa or out in Florida, they be like, "Boy, I'm from Miami, whatever." They don't be from Miami. Niggas be from like Fort Lauderdale, man. I wish there ain't nothing wrong with that, but
that's like nigga from St. Pete.
Right.
No disrespect to St. Pete. But that ain't Tampa.
They ain't Tampa. Like, you
now
know what I'm saying?
They probably go out the road and they claim Tampa.
Right. But ain't really nothing wrong with what you claiming, whatever. Based on what I'm saying, like, I really know what's going on in Miami. Like, I'm like, niggas just swing through every project and niggas know who a nigga is prior to DJing. A lot of niggas still just know me as Freddie P, cause that was my name back there, Dirt, you know what I'm saying? So that was niggas knew me as, like, I can't yet be, Yayo was my DJ name, I got that up here. But prior to, you know, all that, niggas knew me as Dirt, that was my name in Miami. Niggas, you know, I was really in the street down there, so a nigga know all the
nigga was outside, nigga.
Nigga was outside.
Nigga was outside.
Nigga was active, for real.
Hey, so.
Compound exclusive, you just got the drop.
Nigga was outside. Hey, but who is... I know every DJ got their few clutch artists they go to, like when they really just trying to get that bitch lit. Like say they trying to change the vibe in that bitch, make sure everybody having a good time. Who is some of your key artists you go to, major and local? You know what I'm saying?
If it's major, I like you know, depending on the situation, depending on the crowd, cause a lot of what people DJs fail to realize, a lot of DJs play for themselves. You can't play for yourself. It's a lot of music that's out there that I don't even like, but a lot of people like. But you got to understand when you're in the club, you got to understand the genre. You got young people, young niggas, older dudes, and so the vibe of the crowd, me reading the crowd would determine what would be that hot record at the time. So I could easily say, or I could play some Kodak Black, but if I got some dudes over 35, 40, you know what I'm saying, they'll probably be some G's or some, you know, Juvie or some shit like that. And that was when they was in their prime, made them feel good. So you automatically took a nigga there. You took him somewhere. You feel me? So that's how I see it. So it depends on the environment and the situation that I'm in for me to consider what song to be my go-to song. But as far as for me, and in the strip club environment though, I say like Money Bad Yo is always a good one. Good nigga to play. He got that vibe, that energy. Most of his music got that type of energy that got that tempo that you can keep going with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? And as far as local, you know, of course, Tom got all type of shit. You know, he got the word for word classic shit. You could take the hood, of course, you could hit him with like Sky High on shit like that. When you got the hood where you just can't, it's undeniable. When you got the club swinging, it's Tampa, like niggas know this shit word for word. Then you got, you know, the up and coming niggas that everybody know as far as Buck Sosa. You know what I'm saying? You got Lil Reese them, you know what I'm saying, YTC them, you know, they got a little music that niggas actually know in the street. And that Priceless Scott that'll have that bit rocking, you know what I'm saying? But you just gotta know when to drop it and how to drop it in, you know what I'm saying?
That is the most important, how to mix a song in, boy, instead of just dropping it in. Like,
nah, sometimes like I done seen DJ and the way they talk, you would never knew they didn't even mix at all.
Yeah.
Nigga stop a song every time, but the way he bring it in and what hit the words that he said that was relatable to the song, or relatable what's going on now, you won't even realize that he didn't even mix it because it's talking game. Now if a nigga can't talk, if a DJ can't talk and he doing that, you gonna notice real. Like, damn, what the fuck he doing?
It's a bit choppy.
And he switching in the middle of the song, or he don't know how to placement with the song.
Yeah.
But if a nigga talk game right, that shit cover up a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it keep people entertained, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's the craziest shit a nigga told you to get you to play their song? Like nigga like, man, I give you 500. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Cause niggas tell me crazy shit. I ain't even no DJ. I just be like coordinating the motherfucking show.
Nah,
Bitches come up to me and like,
I don't have niggas come bring. The most I probably got a nigga to, I wouldn't say got a nigga to give me. He offered. He just like, he was feeling good. That nigga gave me like 800-900. Just came in there and blessing it. Like, boy, man, listen, man, play nothing but G's in this bitch. Fuck that.
that nigga took him from TM 101, 2, 3, recent shit.
It's gonna be a Jeezy.
It's so easy because Jeezy got all type of catalogs with music. Like, he's a very versatile artist, so he got.
Man, nigga thought CTE was in that bitch, huh?
Man, listen, man. I said, man, I got you.
My nigga.
Yeah.
But I got so much Jeezy, dog, and Jeezy got so many hits that you wouldn't even realize that I'm playing nothing but Jeezy. Like, low key, you'll just be word for word. But I had nothing.
Straight up.
Now you all the way on corporate thugging, CTE. You don't even know you gonna. Yeah, Jeezy take it out. So
yeah.
he another good artist too.
I know where that money came from.
Yeah.
So do you have any projects that you working on right now? Like, you got your own mixtape or anything you putting out, or you
like,
just
personally,
hosting?
when it comes to mixtape, like I got my brothers I DJ with, DJ Dream Chaser, DJ BJ, and we
shout out them boys.
Shout out them boys, and
Yeah,
us together, we go by 3 the Hard Way DJ.
Yeah.
And why we do that is because we cover every ground, every aspect of music and entertainment when it comes to dealing with the DJ. Dream Chaser, we usually let him focus on the mixtapes and more of the concerts. You know what I'm saying? Because like, that's his vibe, that's his mood, that's the way
that's how he structured.
That's his comfort zone. And me is I'm really comfortable in every aspect, but I'm more fluent in is actually working with the artists, working in the streets. Like, dudes that have no problem approaching a nigga and dealing with, like, man, I fuck with Yayo. Dream Chaser, you know, he's not more of a people person as much as I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to talk to people. I don't really consider the man me being a hustler back, you know, it's second nature. So me talking to people, I don't consider like, I don't know, tough guy shit like that's friendly or none of that. I'm a friend of me. I'm gonna come speak to you, man. What's up? Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So that was make it easy. That would make it easy for people to feel comfortable to come talk to me and come holler at me first. And BJ, he just got that voice. He got the voice. He like our radio guy.
Yeah, I fought with BJ.
So we put BJ. We got a little thing that we trying to get him on the radio right now. Actually, so you know, I cover the streets. I cover the artist development. I work with a lot of artists like every day on this like regular. You know what I'm saying? And the dancers too. So that's my forte. Dream Chaser more of the concert, and the mixtapes. BJ more of the voice and the radio, and all that together to cover all genres of what we need to do. But individually, even if I wasn't working with them on them projects, I could still cover every ground of the aspect. But the reason, my most lack of is probably I say radio, because see, BJ, he very versatile when it comes to his voice, because he could clean his voice up real good. Me, I just get.
You just raw.
I'm raw and uncut. I forget I'm. You know what I'm saying? I forget, and I just go to this.
You need to go more satellite.
Man, put that
versus,
pussy on the nigga. Ooh, oh man, you on the radio, bro? You on the radio? And I get carried away. I get too in the zone. You know what I'm saying? And BJ, he know how to. It's almost second nature to him to keep that separate. You know what I'm saying? When he talking, he could get in the club and they come out and talk crazy, and he'll get on the radio and you wouldn't even realize he ain't even say no cuss word. You know what I'm saying? Me, I should have come out. It'll come out so fluent. You know what I'm saying? Because it come natural, like I'm actually just talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shit, man. Then what we gonna get into at this time is major plays trivia.
My little part, my little segment of the show. Just a few questions, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing crazy. You can answer honestly, you know what I'm saying? So we got this the biggest question right here to me in my book. You like your spaghetti with the sauce mixed when you cook it, or on the side? I like on top, not on the side, but like you get the noodles.
It depends. If I'm feeling like
when you cook it for the first time.
For the first time,
how you get it served?
Cause see, you know, I actually cook. I cook all the time, so you know, I was raised on the spaghetti that you mix all together. But my preference, you know, when I'm feeling bougie, I want the spaghetti. I want the sauce and the meatballs on the top.
That's what
I want it separate. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying.
When you mix it in yourself. But then, you know, I love baked spaghetti. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like bake the cheese right on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Not the shit that just on the pot. You don't just mix everything together. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah, that spaghetti question been a great debate on the Compound Talk, bro.
Debate right there. Yeah. You like woods, blunts, or papers?
Wood. Gotta have the wood.
Indica or sativa?
Depends on how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? It depends on how I'm feeling. I'm not really too picky on the strain.
Okay.
But I think indica the more
body high. The body high.
Yeah.
Sativa like the head high. You know what I'm saying? You like butts or boobs more on you ladies? Which would you want them to have more?
They gotta have that ass on them, you hear me?
If you could date any celebrity, who would it be?
Date?
Just like one night.
My old lady, or I'm gonna fuck. That's two. Now that's
date.
I say date. If I had to date one. I don't like a lot of personality. That shit be looking crazy.
Celebrity, any celebrity. Ain't gotta be you know, music. It can be an actor. It can be, you know what I'm saying? You can say Selena. Yeah. But Selena was bad back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to go with Cardi, I'll take that. If you can smoke with any celebrity dead or alive, who would that be?
I smoke with Pop. You know what I mean? Of course, you know Pop. Soulja Slim, definitely Slim. Yeah.
Soulja Slim.
Yeah, definitely Slim. Boy, that nigga there, yeah, Slim.
If you can DJ for any celebrity birthday party, who would that be? Like, you just pick whoever, you know what I'm saying, their own personal party at their mansion. You and all their fam or whatever.
I say, that nigga Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy?
That nigga should have had you lit. That nigga
should be lit, man.
That nigga should have had you. I'll take him now.
You'll take Bad Boy.
Man, listen.
You got a nice little Bad Boy session playlist.
Make me one of the DJs. I'm gonna take him now.
Straight up, Puffy, holla at my boy. Yayo, 305. I know you out there on the island, Miami, man. Holla at my boy. You be down there. You be DJing down there a lot too. You be back and forth like 2-3 times a week, man. Yeah, my boy all over the board.
Yeah, let him DJ one of them white parties, man.
Yeah, man.
Test him. That's how you do it.
Would you rather be famous and broke, famous and broke, or rich and unknown?
See, I'm gonna say this, right? I rather have my last name. My last name is fit. Cause that means my family good. You know what I'm saying? Cause I could have money and I could die and I could leave it. But like franchise. You see how you got Trump Towers, or you know what I'm saying? I want like my last name. So if I
well, them niggas rich and famous.
They rich and famous. You know what I'm saying? So
you kind of think of like rich and unknown.
If you last name
it's kind of
rich,
like a gangster.
Rich.
You know,
your family rich for life. Like your kids rich. You can have money then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel.
So it depends on the situation, or it depends on how much money would you consider rich. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, now what's your favorite gangster movie? Shotters or Belly?
Which one?
I gotta go with Shotters.
You gotta go with Shotters.
Love Belly. I gotta go with Shotters. That's family right there.
Okay.
I know them personally. I know them personally. Monty Molly, they from like my neighborhood, like Robin Hood, Tutu Wild by Miami Central High School. His family through there, so I knew them growing up. You know what I'm saying? When that movie was hot, they had the streets on lockdown there, so I know them personally. I know their family.
Where you get your motivation from, and what motivates you?
What motivates me? I say my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess yeah. Just to the most part, my daughter. Cause if it wasn't for my daughter, I wouldn't have gave a fuck about life. Period. Like that's how I was. I was always reckless. You know what I'm saying? I always speed. I don't give a fuck about fuck up or not. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was always speeding. But what made me slow down in life, like made me feel like I can't keep fucking up. There's only so many chances because I gotta be out there for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, like my daughters don't get everything they want because how I move. Like they mama them, you know, they there for the, you know, the everyday life and shit like that. But for them to not want and need, you know, that's why I come in and I know if I'm not there, you know, it's gonna be a struggle and make their life harder. You know what I'm saying? So that's the motivation, them really. I could be like fuck it and don't give a fuck about nothing. Be broke one week, get money the next week, cause I know it's like it's there, it's gonna come. Like, but I can't get comfortable with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What has been your best investment?
DJing. My DJ equipment, my best investment.
Straight up.
What type of equipment?
That shit made me more money on more money. I've been paid for that shit.
Yeah.
What type of equipment you got?
You know, basic Pioneer boys. You know, I ain't got nothing.
Nothing too special.
Nah, I'm more. I'm probably one of them dudes. A real disc jockey considered not a DJ. Like they'll probably say I cheat. You know what I'm saying? I can scratch. I don't care for it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I can scratch on, but my Dream Chaser mean with it. That boy mean with it, but I don't really care for the scratching like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight party rocker, like you know what I'm saying? Like Uncle I, you know, type shit, like straight party rocker, all that scratching and ooh, like I could do it, but I don't really care for it. You know what I'm saying?
What has been your worst investment?
Yeah.
No,
well, I had them nice, but it's a win-lose situation, man. It's the females dancers, you know what I'm saying? Not even dancers, females, period. You know what I'm saying?
Who else said that?
You know what I'm saying? It can go good and bad because sometimes that bad investment works itself out later. You know what I'm saying? I lose at the moment but end up winning later, or win at the moment or lose later. So that I say it's 50-50 with that one. I say the females though. Anything else I can always bounce back for. Anything else if I lose it probably wasn't for me to have it. So I don't really consider it like that. But something that gonna always be a debate that I'm always deal with is the female investment in them.
Okay. What's your next short-term goal? Like a little something you want to do?
My next short-term goal is if this corona shit don't stop the situation with the Super Bowl and whatever coming through Tampa, my next mini big goal is every person who come through Tampa gonna leave and know who I am, or rock with me on some type of business and whatever. So
you're gonna expand your network.
It's a whole lot of little situations that I'm working on right now that gonna work hand in hand with me from there, cause I know how to talk to people, I know how to deal with people. So when people come in the city and people come circulate and want to know what's going on, my goal is to make sure I'm the extended hand, I'm that extension cord. You know what I'm saying? Cause once you build a
rapport,
relationship,
yeah.
Cause you know you can easily meet some people and just make a couple dollars at that moment with them, but you build a relationship you can always eat with throughout. You know, America when they coming in, wherever the nigga come from. So if everything go how I think it is, everything open back up in the first real situation that the state could actually leave and go do something. The next major event is probably will be the Super Bowl if they allow it to go down. Like how it's supposed to go, and so that means everything comes circulating through the city, through this. So anybody who really got some money and partying or want to get their artists known, anything of that nature, and anything of that genre, gonna wanna or gonna have to end up coming through me and going. And so that's my next goal, to have them that extended on to each and everybody who willing to work and do business throughout America, who coming to Tampa for the next situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
Hell, man.
This will be a great opportunity for people in the city to expand your network. So, man,
that's for everybody too.
And that's the short goal. That ain't even nothing major. That's like just the next thing that a nigga feel like. You know, nigga have many goals like every day, but just like that's the
next big short-term goal.
Yeah.
So the last question is, if you can be born in any other year, like be born any other time and do something, what year would that be and why? Like you go back in time and change something, or just be born in any other year to do something?
See, what a lot of people don't know about me, right? You know, I was a rapper once upon a time.
Yeah.
So I do understand.
What was your rap name?
Fred Dirt.
Oh, Fred Dirt. Shout out Fred Dirt.
Fred Dirt, man. Keep Fred Dirt alive, bruh. There's a little Fred Dirt and all that.
That nigga can't no Fred Dirt.
That nigga Fred. Hey, what his style was like? He was on some loop.
Man, Fred Dirt.
Oh, he was on some trick daddy. Niggas down there be on that trick heavy, bruh.
He was on some. Listen, this what I'm gonna say. Back in the day when I used to listen to Soulja Slim and BG, if them niggas would have said in their song "Go Kill Everybody," I probably would have did it. I was that corrupt on them niggas' music. Like I used to dress like Jabos, big ass pants, big ass shirt. Like I used to dress like these niggas. I used to do everything. I used to mimic to the T. So my rap style back in the day was born through their music. You know what I'm saying? So the way that I rap. The way that I rap and the way that I come out was always on some murder, kill shit. But as when I was growing as an artist, when I was rapping, I had got a little bit more versatile to do other type of music. But that type of flow, that type of style was more of my thing. Even though I love Trick. I grew up on his music too. I know all that nigga shit. But just the way that the New Orleans niggas with BG and Soulja Slim and C-Murder, the way them niggas were coming, it was just different. Different, but really still related with it the same way. You know what I'm saying? So that came more comfortability, or more style that I came more fluent to than working with anything else.
Alright, so what? Going back to the question, like if you can redo it, I'll be born another year. What you saying? You'll do that over?
Nah, see. I like that genre, but probably a little before. If I could do something, I'll rock the 70s, man. Like
the 70s,
the disco era.
Yeah, man, cause that was more of a feel good era, like real, R&B, that real soul music. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll be a good era to live in. Like even though with the segregation of most of that shit was just being transferred over a little bit, I know that's probably been hard and a lot of more shit to deal with. But the music, you know, now everybody too gangster, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, everybody hanging out, everybody dancing, like, you know what I'm saying? Or even a kid and play area where niggas actually go out there and dance because you want to and not make you look like you soft or whatever because you ain't rap. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
They actually still use real instruments then too during the production. You feel me?
You know, shit was different. You know what I'm saying? Now everything that's like how the movies is. If you notice, ain't no movies like the same. Back in the day, all the movies meant something. Them shit was deep. Like now everything is so commercial down man. You know what I'm saying? So that like around that era when
everything watered down these days.
Everything too watered down or too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? You offended somebody some type of way with anything you say or you do. Back in the day it's just you came natural and raw and that's what it was and they understood it. But now it's like you got so much guidelines that you gotta go by. That so
being that he say that, like back then, like everybody be talking about Young Thug and all that, right? I just don't judge them. Cause we're gonna be talking about all these niggas with purses and doing all this crazy shit. But a nigga used to sit here and watch In Living Color every time that bitch came on and laugh at that shit. Y'all remember In Living Color?
Yeah.
Nigga, the Wayans brothers used to be on there dressing.
On that shit.
Man, Jim Carrey.
A lot of people fans of Prince, man. You know,
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. All of them was on there, bro. Doing that shit. And that shit was funny. Like, we ain't look at them no different. I talk about them. You know what I'm saying? It was just a time everybody can laugh at certain shit.
That shit was cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's cool. I ain't trying to feminize nobody or nothing. I'm just saying. Like, bitch.
I mean, back then though, we just didn't know the agenda behind it, so that's why it was just funny.
That too. It was just funny to me back then.
It was funny.
I wasn't looking at the shit like
now
that.
It's like now that you know the agenda behind it, now you got a choice to make. So it's just like, well, hey,
at the end of the day,
that's your choice. Yeah, that's just your choice. You can't knock it. There ain't no judgment. So fuck it.
I get. Hey, so being you from 305, who you like, Trick or Ross? Trick.
Hands down. But, you know, I probably wouldn't say them as a person, but if you talking about
was like,
music,
Trick like an OG kind of
you know what I'm saying? His music, see, when you listen, if you listen to Trick old music, man, his real old music, he gave you game. He told you shit. You know what I'm saying? He told you how to America, like if you really listen to all of that, he gave you game. He was telling you shit. He was putting you on a lot of game. Today's music, a lot of niggas talk down on you.
Yeah.
If you ain't got this, you ain't nothing. If you ain't got this type of money, you ain't nothing. If you ain't fucking these hoes, this jury or whatever, you ain't nothing. Trigger wasn't about none of that. You know what I'm saying? He gave you the game, and they used to tell you, you know, and how to live in the street, how to avoid certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So you will learn something listening to Trick compared to Ross. You know what I'm saying? Ross, you know, he a good storyteller. Yeah,
he make quality music.
Yeah, he'll make quality music and give you visual to the music.
Give you good sound and stuff.
You game and you can hear music, you can learn from a nigga music. At the same time, enjoy yourself. Trick, you couldn't go wrong. Like he was really a game spitter. He'll give you game if you really listen to his music, like all this shit.
You fuck with that boy JT back in the day?
Man, JT, I love JT. He gave you more game in a little bit, especially coming. I deal with females on a regular. So his music got me over a lot of situations. Like, nigga, tighten up, man. You hear what this doing? So I had to go in the car to a situation, and me being like, that's why I try not to really get too emotional when I deal with females at all. I'm usually stern on how I'm feeling with any female, how I deal with them. You know, of course I let them, you know, I get them the utmost respect and make them feel like they always winning. But at the same time, it's like, me falling for certain shit ain't gonna happen because how I was raised, especially listening to JT, because he gave you the game. You just put shit past no.
Straight up, man. You fuck with them boy Piccolo and all them.
Piccolo. See what people don't know. Piccolo, that's two people. That's not one person. That's Desla. Yeah, Desla. And they I fought with them hard. Yeah, I've been fucking with them niggas way back.
I fought with them boy too.
Ain't really everybody like shout out my nigga Project Stat, a nigga Blaze Carter, them niggas who really moving and shaking down there in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know these niggas. Like DJ Lucky CD niggas in the street doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So so Yeah, like them niggas I like that. You know what I'm saying? My nigga on Hound 305.
I fuck with that boy Bird too, man.
Yeah,
Ice Bird, man.
Bird too.
My nigga underrated, man. He like on my list of, you know, favorite independent artists, bro.
Yeah.
He got his shit together. You know what I'm saying?
He stay consistent. He's trying to stay
consistent. My boy doing his thing, man. On all ground.
His situation, his luck just be. I won't even say his luck. It's just his situation just be.
I think he's just doing it his way.
He's just doing it his way. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He want everything. He don't want nobody to be trying to buy him out.
Niggas
like,
to cop out the niggas and but
yeah, he ain't on that.
He'll look good, but ain't really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He in a different situation. It makes sense.
And it's kind of like, you know, he taking an approach I would want to take, which we're doing. Like, you know, it might take longer.
It take longer, but yeah,
it's still gonna be worth it at the long run.
When it hit, it's gonna hit.
You know it's gonna hit. You know you're gonna catch something. You know what I'm saying? It just might take a while. You know what I'm saying? You gotta treat it like college. When you get your doctorate, it's just 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta find a job to get money and shit.
Get it overnight.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a minute,
It's
man.
a
Ross ain't hit till he was what, 10, 12 years in the game or something like that.
Same thing with 2 Chainz. That nigga got what?
Yeah.
He was about 34, 5, something.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm
2 Chainz
saying?
older than a bit.
Like,
I don't know it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If it was for you, it's for you, really.
Right. Definitely.
Can't really call it. It's gonna come when it comes. Yeah, but
we appreciate you for coming out on this episode of Compound Talk, man. Tell them how they can find you and how they can like look into the camera, let the people know like how they can find you and reach out to you.
And all platforms, DJ_Yayo 305, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all that shit. DJ_Yayo 305, man. Get at me, man. Email, everything on there. If you got any music you want to send me, you always can reach out. You want to chop it up with me personally, always try to do it before the club. And we can make it happen.
Do it before the club.
Man. Nigga walk up to you in the club, got a whole story and whole background they want to tell you. And you be at work, you know what I mean?
You ain't got no time for it.
Ain't got time for it. So, yeah.
So, you know, this is your favorite part of the show. Sponsors. Hey, if it ain't a bit, you know it ain't lit. And this one is from Chuli. If you got your marijuana card, pull up on them. Get your bud or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if your beard's itchy, get an Andes. Go ahead and brush it out. But no, we also want to do a shout out to John's Gourmet. Man, if you want to eat fresh, you know what I'm saying? You want something light, you on the diet or whatever, pull up on them, John's Gourmet.
Scarlett Abyss Nail Shop, man.
Hey.
I know y'all ladies been in this quarantine looking all rough and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all need your feet done and your nails done.
Yeah.
You might want to get your facial, your eyebrows,
The back of your feet kind of ashy, you know what I'm saying? Hard. You
get
can
a
hit it with the
massage.
cuticle.
You know, all that. Just come on down to Scarlett Abyss. They'll take care of you.
Gotcha.
Y'all tell them Compound sent you, you might get a discount. Just ask for Johnny P, though.
Yeah.
Don't ask for me, ask for Johnny P. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode on the Compound. The Compound Talk. I'm your host at Major Plays.
And I'm your boy Cooley, COOLIE.
And we're going to catch y'all the next round, man.
Yeah, man. Holla at us.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opposite.
Team Fetty, INC.